Well, how's it going out there in the Matrix? This is Wingnut Radio. I'm out here for Anarchy TV. And I'm out and about. I'm down here in the woods next to one of these lakes down here on what is technically what our tax dollars pay for is water management. Now, this is one of the things that irritates me about water management is they use our tax dollars to acquire all this land on all the water sources around here, and then they make all these like little park areas and stuff where you can like picnic and stuff, and then also campsites. And this is one of my pet peeves about campsites here on the water management property, which is technically our property. Alright, see, the campsite is over here. It's down this road, and according to water management, camping by reservation only. Now you got to pay tax dollars for this fucking property, and you still have to get permission to use the area. It's one of my pet peeves about water management. They treat this stuff as like private property, and it's not. It's public property because we all pay for it. We all get money. The earnings of our labor gets extorted from us by force. It's basically theft. And then they take that earnings of our labor, hard-earned labor, and acquire all this land. And then they consider themselves, well, I guess, custodians or whatever of it. It's not private property. It's public property that we all pay for. But yet they try and treat it like private property. And no code on that sign. You see that? It says Northwest Water Management District, no alcohol. Notice there's no statute or code that is on that sign. So that's just basically a I guess a suggestion. No code on that sign to back it up, so it's technically not a legal sign. It's just like a suggestion. But they do have like game wardens and sheriff's departments that come out to these things and check them out, and keep an eye on all this stuff, and make sure things are still clean and people are doing what they're doing. And they'll use that sign as like, oh, well, it's posted, you're not allowed to do that because it's prohibited, because there's a sign posted right there, and this is water management, and we say so. Well, the thing is, man, that's one of my pet peeves about stuff like water management and shit like that, is they use our tax dollars to sit there and buy up all this property, and then tell us how are we allowed to use it. The owners of this property, they're telling us how to use it. And I mean, there's really not, I'm the only one down here. Okay, so it's not like, it's a really big deal to come down here and do some sightseeing and camping and stuff like that. And I don't understand why they seem like they want to control that and regulate that. You know, it's like, oh my God, you got to have permission and get prior notice and reservations to camp out here, so we'll know you're out there. We want to know everything about what's going on out there on that property, you know. This is our property. This is what all of us Americans that work in the private sector pay for. Okay? This land has already been paid for many times over from our ancestors. So when the state, i.e. the government or whatever you want to call it, the freaking corporation, demands by force and threat of violence and fines and all that other shit to abide by their rules of this property that we pay for and they acquire, I don't know. I was just going off on a little rant. It's just it just irritates the shit out of me on how and this is a big deal not only here in Florida when it comes down to water management, but out west. You got the BLM, you got the Bureau of Land Management, and they are fucking a lot of the ranchers and stuff like that out west when it comes down to the stealing property and trying to run people off of their land so they can acquire their land and make that all land management. Same thing down here on the water management scenario. They make it really hard for people that have private property, which is technically not anymore. We don't have private property, but anyway, anybody's got their own property on like some of these natural springs and rivers and stuff like that. They make it hard for them to sell it to other private entities because they want you to sell it to them, to the water management, so they can have pretty much all the property along the edges of the rivers and lakes around here. It's a big deal because then the water is being controlled by government entities or government agencies, and it's being controlled by force, by the point of a gun. I'm telling you, because I mean, if a sheriff was to come out here, and I was over there on the other side of that fence or something, he might have something to say about it. Or right here where I'm at, on the other side of this gate, he might have something to say about it. This is my property. I shouldn't have to ask for permission to actually use my property, enjoy my property. Well, government agencies don't look at it like that. They see it as they extort the money from us and it becomes theirs, and we have to gain permission or some kind of license or pay some kind of fee just to actually use this stuff or even enjoy it for a day. So that's another thing too. They make it for daytime use only. From sun up to sundown is the only time you're allowed out here, according to them. Because then, if you're out here at night, oh my God, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal, man. You come out here at night and stay out here overnight, or you coming out here at nighttime and stuff. Oh my God. Yeah, it's like a big time crime to them guys. You know what I mean? It irritates the shit out of me. But all that deer moss. That stuff's actually edible. You can take that deer moss, dry it up, and crush it up like a powder or whatever and sprinkle it on food. It's edible. There's a lot of edible plants in Florida, out in the natural woods, because a lot of this stuff, you see all this oaks and stuff. Now, you get way over there somewheres, it starts in the pine forest and stuff, where they've done a lot of pine planting, and they'll end up timbering all that shit. That's another thing too. The water management buys up all this land, and it's got all this prime pine timber on it, and they'll timber that and make money off of that timber from the land that we pay for, that they try to act like it's their private property. So technically they're making money off of us to pay for the land that they acquire, and then on top of that, down here in Florida, they also timber all the wood on that land and make money off of that. So yeah, it's a pretty lucrative type of deal for the government, for the land water management, you know, because basically they're getting this land for nothing. We're paying for it, and they're acquiring it, and they're controlling it like it's theirs. So they basically we're just giving them fucking the earnings of our hard-earned labor to you know, buy up all this stuff, and then not really, well, they do let us that's the thing, they let us use part of it and regulate how we use it, and what times of the day or night we can use it, and if we can stay here overnight and all that shit. I'm telling you, man, it's a big deal. I hate it, honestly. I hate the idea of water management or land management, any of that shit, because really what it does is it puts a control of the majority of the land and water on this geographic location called the United States of America, in the control of the corporation, in control of the state. And the state doesn't give a shit about us. I mean, honestly. But you know, they do all this, like this fencing and stuff like that. They make it like, oh yeah, look, hey, we're making it very welcoming for you guys to use. You know, we even, you know, put this gravel down for the road, and we maintain it and all that stuff. Well, that's what we fucking pay you for too. That's what we paid for. We don't pay for fucking you to come in here and tell us how to fucking do it. You know? I don't know. It's just one of them things that irritates the shit out of me. I just had to go on a little rant, because I was out here. Is Econfina. It's the river systems out here in Econfina River, and this is one of the lakes. I think it's Rattlesnake Lake or something like that. Here, I'll go over here to this sign and get some of that. Put that on the video too, because I took some pictures of the map just so I can remember it. But here we go. Let me see here. See if I can get any of this. Econfina Creek Water Management Area. Welcome to the Econfina Creek Water Management Area. This 38,660 acre conservation area has been purchased by specifically to protect the drinking water for Panama City. Yeah. District makes this land available as public recreation while also restoring it to its natural state and condition in the nature. Or the near future will be able to enjoy vast landscape, native longleaf pine, wiregrass, savanna lakes, and all that stuff. Yeah. I'm breathing really hard because I actually smoked too damn much and I've been walking. Sorry. I just noticed I was breathing pretty damn hard. You can find a creek. is a largely spring-fed and well-known for its cold, clear water, superb natural vegetation, rich bird life, many geological hydrological features, public drinking water during the drought conditions. 80% of the water flowing Deer Point Lake Reservoir comes directly from Econfina. But anyway, this is the map, and that's the Econfina River right there, all up and down the river. Focus. I think, where am I at? I am right there. You are here. I'm right there at that lake right there. Econfina is right there. And yeah, all these lakes and stuff like that, and Econfina along the edge of that. Water management buys up all that property. So yeah, it's kind of hard to find anybody who's still got private property on those areas. And they actually do that, you know, they put a porta-john out here. Not too sure what the condition is inside. Let's go take a look. Just curious what the condition is in here. It's actually not too bad. Pretty clean. That's cool. At least if I needed to take a shit, I know I got something decently clean to sit on. But anyway, this is Wingnut Radio out for Anarchy TV, doing a little out and about video out here in Econfina Creek, and I think this is Rattlesnake Lake. And I just wanted to have a little rant about water management. I hope you guys all enjoy my videos, and I really enjoy the comments. Lets me know people are actually watching, other than the view count. You know, my view count is really low. I get you know, 5 or 6 views on my videos, so please comment. I love the comments. I will comment back and all that stuff. I'll hit you up back. And like I said, I like to talk to people. I like the Discord, and I'm curious where everybody's what everybody's thoughts are on a lot of this stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna sit over here and enjoy the lake for a little bit longer, and then head back to the house. Alright, this is Wingnut Radio out here and checking out the sights of the surroundings. Alright, Anarchy TV back out.